Tonight on the update, mobile money business gains grounds. Ghana tipped for fastest mobile money market in Africa. Ghana overproducing nurses, health minister posits. Confusion over Togo registration cleared. Ghana card issued to Togolese genuine, National Identification Authority. Introduction of tertiary education policy. Government to raise universities' research funding to 1%. One village, one dam policy implementation underway. 174 dams under construction in the northern region, Minister. Techpreneur Mag gaining grounds. TechBit Inc. releases fourth issue of Techpreneur Mag. Electrical interconnection fails 3 countries. Massive failure leaves Argentina, Paraguay, and the Uruguay without power. Good evening and welcome to your daily news update. I'm Kofi Asiedu-Berima and I indulge you to stay with me. A World Bank report released over the weekend has tipped Ghana to be the fastest growing mobile money market in Africa. According to the report, the mobile phone penetration created opportunities for expansion of financial services and increased the role of non-financial institutions, as much as the e-money issuers, positioning Ghana as the fastest mobile money market in Africa. The 45-page report, dubbed Fourth Ghana Economic Update, which focuses on financial sector development and financial inclusion, stated that this dynamic development indicated the potential of digital financial service and payment to further enhance financial inclusion in Ghana. Speaking at the launch of the Fourth Ghana Economic Update, World Bank Country Director Dr. Henry Kerali said Ghana's economy had had a turnaround over the past 2 years. Dr. Kerali recounted that this year's theme, enhancing financial inclusion, was timely, considering the many developments that occurred in Ghana's financial sector over the past years, and congratulated the government and the Bank of Ghana for taking courageous steps to address the various challenges faced by the financial sector. The report acknowledged that despite the challenges in building a more financially inclusive economy, there was significant growth in the number of financial access points over the past 5 years. It noted that the growth was primarily related to the spread of mobile money and government facilitation of interoperability across payment instruments by establishing a mobile money switching solution. According to the report, this trend was led largely by a strong growth in mining, petroleum, agriculture, and sustained expansion in forestry and logging. The report projected Ghana's economic growth to increase to 7.6% in 2019, driven by both the oil and non-oil sectors. The Health Minister, Kweku Agyeman has suggested that the country may be overproducing nurses. According to him, from the look of things, the country is reaching a point where it is having more than enough nurses. According to him, although the country's 1 nurse to 839 population exceeds the World Health Organization's recommended nurse of 1 to 1,000, Ghana still continues to produce nurses, as 85 nursing and midwifery training institutions graduate an average of 14,000 nurses annually. The minister, who was speaking in the Volta region during a 3-day tour, indicated that the region's 1 nurse to 664 population and 1 midwife to 700 populations, as recorded in 2019, is a clear indication that the country was doing well as far as nurse and midwife training was concerned. This he attributed to the undue interference by political leaders, opinion leaders, traditional leaders, relatives of key personnel, among others, who succumbed to the request of health professionals who refused postings to undeserved areas. He condemned the phenomenon and assured that the ministry was working out a strategy to ensure an even distribution of midwives, nurses, doctors, and other health professionals to ensure Ghana meets the universal health coverage within the shortest possible time. At the same time, the ministry was exploring the option of exporting nurses and midwives to prevent the situation where government finds it difficult to absorb them because technically, practically, and financially there were more nurses than the country could absorb. Should the export plan work, Ghana will become a hub for producing nurses, midwives, and other health professionals for the world. The National Identification Authority (NIA) has responded to a report on social media that seems to suggest that a Togolese national has fraudulently acquired the Ghana card, but the NIA has stated that the card in question is genuine. A statement released read, "The NIA wishes to put the following facts on record for the attention of the general public. The Ghana card bearing the name of Wilfred Amenvioto is genuine. In support of his application for the Ghana card, Mr. W. Amenvioto submitted a birth certificate issued by the Birth and Death Registry on the 26th of January 2018 at Aflao, with the nationality of both parents indicated on the said birth certificate as Ghanaian. It added that a person who is a citizen of Ghana and a citizen of another country is entitled to apply for and be issued with the Ghana card. A citizen of another country may subsequently become a Ghanaian citizen after going through the requisite process of naturalization or registration as provided by the law." The statement went further to state that the NIA wishes to assure the general public that it takes very seriously concerns of allegations of fraudulent acquisition of the Ghana card meant for citizens by persons who are not Ghanaians. Accordingly, the NIA is currently assisting the police to investigate several such cases. The prosecution of crime is not limited by time, therefore any person found to have breached any relevant legal provision will be duly prosecuted, it disclosed. Government has expressed through its new Tertiary Education Policy (TEP) its commitment to increase funding for research at public tertiary institutions in Ghana from the present 0.3% gross domestic product (GDP) to at least the African Union benchmark of 1%. Aside the 1% increase, government is also expected to establish a national research and innovation fund to address priority areas of research and development in support of national economic growth and poverty reduction. This came to light at the Forum on Tertiary Education Reforms held on Friday, June 14, 2019 in Accra. According to the 80-page policy document, government shall facilitate the setting up of centers of excellence in selected universities and discipline, particularly in STEM. There have been disagreements between government and authorities at public universities over issues relating to lack or low level of research funding. Ghana lags behind countries such as South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, and Uganda in areas of research, publication, and postgraduate training. Preparation of the new educational policy began in February 2017 and received cabinet approval on May 9, 2019. The forum was to sensitize and create awareness about tertiary education policy and the legislative and institutional reform implications of the policy. The Minister of Special Development Initiative, Mavis Hawakumsen, has disclosed that about 174 One Village, One Dam projects are currently under construction in the northern region. According to her, 560 dams were promised by the new Patriotic Party (NPP) during the 2016 campaigning season for all regions of the north. During an inspection tour of some of the projects, she indicated that 300 dams so far have been awarded on contract. Each constituency in the northern region have been earmarked to benefit from 10 dams each. The Special Development Initiative Minister further indicated that she was very much satisfied with the work done so far and encouraged the contractors to speed up. The Information Minister Kojo Opon Nkrumah, during a press briefing, explained that a classical example of a dam should have an embankment, dugout, spillway, and reservoir. He assured Ghanaians that the government was committed to ensuring that communities benefited from the One Village, One Dam project to improve their lives and that of their families. TechBit Inc., a tech consulting and digital agency in Ghana, on Friday released the fourth issue of its digital tech magazine called Techpreneur Mag. Techpreneur is the first tech magazine in Ghana and has been running since 2016. Techpreneur Mag offers an insider view on Ghana's growing tech space, entrepreneurship, and tech startups across West Africa. Driven by trends and insights gleaned from the tech community, seasoned entrepreneurs, CEOs, angel investors, and tech enthusiasts, Tech Mag encourages readers to be creators of technology and not just users. Gracing the cover of the 4th issue is Idris Sandu, Ghanaian-born tech prodigy who has sat with the likes of Elon Musk, received the Presidential Scholar Award from President Obama, worked on projects with rappers like Kanye West and the late Nipsey Hussle, and consulted for Uber, Snapchat, Instagram, just to name a few. Joining Idris in this power-packed issue are revolutionary thinkers, radical movers, and innovators of our time, such as Kendali Anani, CEO of Texit. The digital magazine is available for free downloads at www.techpreneurmag.com and can be read on any digital device with a screen large enough. And now to news in other parts of the world. If you ever thought Ghana was the only country suffering from power cuts and outages, well, you might as well want to pick up your phone and perhaps call your family or friends in Paraguay, Argentina, and the Uruguay to console them. So a massive failure in an electrical interconnection has left Argentina, Paraguay, and the Uruguay completely without power. And for many customers, resulting electricity would take all day, a utility distributor said Sunday. Parts of Chile and southern Brazil experienced power outages as well, said ITSA, the Buenos Aires-based company. The company later posted an updated statement removing Uruguay and Paraguay from the list of countries that were entirely without electricity, but it isn't clear how many residents in those two countries have had their power restored.
Everything came to a halt. Elevators, water pumps, everything. We were left adrift.
The fridge thawed and I couldn't go out because the elevator wasn't working. I could only come down when the power came back. It's not just here, it was everywhere.
Power was only partially restored in Uruguay, the country's energy authority said. EDSA added that the failure began in a transport connection between the dam and the Seito Grande power station on Argentina's coast. The shutdown was a protective measure, it said. Power was also restored to parts of western Uruguay that border Argentina and to some regions in the south, including Montevideo, said National Administration of Power Plants and Electrical Transmission, the country's energy authority. Gustavo Lopetegui, Argentina's energy secretary, said the experts are trying to determine the cause of the unprecedented blackout. As of now, no explanation for the widespread power failure has been identified.
We were just with my 84-year-old grandmother, she says, and we had to help her down the stairs because the elevator wasn't working. You can't get around if you don't have a card, this man says.
Thank you for staying with us. For more updates, visit our website dailyguidenetwork.com and Daily Guide Network on all social media platforms. The update is proudly brought to you by Diamond Cement and powered by Press Express. I am Kofi Esiedu Berima. Thank you for staying with us. Enjoy the rest of our programs.